there everyone! Heartclaw Productions here, and I am back with another Bob the Builder review. Since we are in the new year of 2025, I'll be looking forward to doing more episode reviews on this franchise. But I'll be doing these at my own time since I have a job, still doing schoolwork, and doing other activities outside of doing videos for the channel. But I'll try and keep a consistent uploading schedule compared to how I barely did any videos throughout the rest of last year. Anyways, on this next installment of my Bob the Builder reviews, I'll be focusing on the character that wasn't treated very kindly by me in the past. And that is the sensible and reliable Yellow Digger, Scoop. Honestly, I feel really bad for how much I bashed on him from a couple of my previous reviews revolving around him. Because you all might think I don't like him, right? Heck no! I actually really like Scoop. And I just think he was treated like dirt later in the series to the point where he became completely brain dead and immature in the reboot. Outside of that, I do really like Scoop for how he represents the team leader of the Can-Do crew and how he is not perfect all the time. Since this'll be a positive episode review revolving around Scoop, what episode should I review? Well, instead of reviewing his most iconic episode from Season 3, I'm going to be different and review his other lead role episode from the 3rd season, called Scoop Has Some Fun. This is honestly my personal favorite Scoop-centered episode, and I'll go into detail as to why. So, sorry Scoop's in charge. I'll tackle you in a later date. If you want a review of this episode, check out Liam Fitzgerald's review in the description. So without further ado, let's dive into Scoop Has Some Fun. Scoop Has Some Fun is the 12th or the 9th episode of Season 3, and it aired on September 18th, 2000. In Scoop Has Some Fun, Bob goes off with Scoop to dig up spots for some telegraph poles, while Wendy and the other machines are stock taking. The machines count up the stuff that is in the yard, while Wendy goes to the office to then notice Bob's old work clothes by Pilchard. After digging up holes, Bob calls up Wendy that he'll be needing Muck and Lofty soon, while she'll go into town and drop off his old work clothes. While Bob went off on his break, Scoop was resting until Spud showed up to persuade him to have a little bit of fun. Scoop is unsure about the kind of fun Spud meant when the Scarecrow said, doing jokes on the other machines. Scoop laughs at the idea and decides to go along with Spud's idea. Scoop and Spud hide behind a house of hay as the Scarecrow wants to prank Travis by pretending that the bale of hay is magic and it could float in midair. Although it is just Scoop lifting him up. Muck and Lofty went off to meet with Bob at the farm, although the Blue Crane lost his way and tried to figure out the way on his own. Next, Scoop lifts Spud up to the roof to scare Muck with his voice in the sky. It spooked Muck as he believed it was a ghost. Spud suggests pranking Lofty, but Scoop denies it as the Blue Crane is scared of the Scarecrow and goes back to work. Lofty still tried to find his way to the farm, but Spud spooked him so hard that he tripped onto some logs and tumbled onto his side. Feeling guilty, Spud goes to Scoop for help. The Yellow Digger isn't falling for his games again, but Bob takes the Scarecrow's word and goes to check on Lofty. Scoop and Spud help to get Lofty back on his wheels, and the Scarecrow apologizes for scaring him. Despite the job being all done, Spud's antics did hold it back from getting the job done quicker. An idea got to Bob to get back at the Scarecrow, and after a phone call to Wendy, Bob dressed himself as a Scarecrow to play a joke back to Spud. And the episode ends with Spud reluctantly taking the prank for granted as a good laugh and giving Bob his parsnip nose. Scoop Has Some Fun really sticks out as Scoop's second lead role episode of Season 3. It showcases what it is like to get distracted by work and how fun can be taken too far. This one doesn't explore Scoop's personality a whole lot compared to his other lead role episode in the 3rd season, but I do like his role in this episode. Scoop's been shown to take his work seriously, but he doesn't mind having a bit of fun when the time is right for him to do so. In this episode, Scoop learned that fun cannot always be a good thing, as he's been helping out Spud surprise or even scare some of the other machines. I liked how Scoop slowly became more sensible as Spud's pranks progressively got out of hand. It was fun at first when surprising Travis with Spud's floating hay bale trick, but he then notices that he's been doing more harm than good with Spud when Muck ran away from the giant voice in the sky. Scoop straight down denies Spud's idea of scaring Lofty was so in character for him to do, as he remembers the last time the Scarecrow frightened the Blue Crane. It showcases that he doesn't want Lofty to get scared by Spud again, and doesn't want to get involved in the scheme. See? Sensible! It goes to show that Scoop does care for his friends, and wouldn't want to wish any harm to them despite doing all these pranks with Spud. Anyways, Scoop is great in this episode for how he learns that doing fun can only take him so far, before he puts his front scooper down and be sensible for the ones that he cares about. It didn't matter how Scoop's character wasn't shown that much depth compared to his other lead role episode in the 3rd season. I do find his role relatable here, for when to know when enough is enough when it comes to having fun. Spud in the episode was entertaining for how much he is being a bad influence on Scoop by teaching him his ways of having fun is something I knew he would do. I do find Spud's first couple of pranks rather creative while using Scoop to help him out, such as when Spud used Scoop to lift up a hay bale and fool Travis that he is using magic.
Oh yeah? Watch this then. Abracadabra! Lift me up now. Oh, it is magic!
And projecting his voice up on top of the barn roof to make Muck believe that a giant ghost was going to get him from the sky.
What's that?
Oh, beware the voice in the sky.
Sounds like a ghost. I'm off.
Both of those pranks were creative in my opinion, but I only said 2 of the 3. The first 2 times, I'll let Spud's prank slide as it didn't harm anyone, but I'll never let go over how he scared Lofty to the point of him tripping on some logs and falling over to his side. And newsflash, he can't get up on his own. Well done, Spud, you idiot. Anyways, I do like how he helps Scoop lift Lofty back onto his wheels and apologized to him for scaring him earlier that day. But it wasn't enough, and I enjoyed the ending where Spud got a taste of his own medicine. Bob dressing himself up as Spud's replacement, Scarecrow, just for him to deliver a good laugh to him was satisfying, and also funny at the same time. I do enjoy Spud's role in the episode as the secondary main character to Scoop. I really like how creative the first 2 pranks were, despite me not being fond of how he scared the living crap out of Lofty. Man, poor Lofty. He was only trying to do his best, trying to find his way to the farm, and just seeing him struggle to get his body back onto the road made me feel sorry for him. Anyways, I do like how Spud got his comeuppance at the end of the episode. Spud was entertaining in the episode, and that is all I had to say. There are other moments in the episode that gave me a chuckle or are worthy of mentioning in my opinion, such as Rolly struggling to count the pipes.
Rock and roll! I'll count the pipes, yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. What comes after 4?
Even if Rolly isn't the smartest machine in the world, at least he's honest that math is not one of his best strengths. Spud just appearing out of nowhere to make Scoop jump was pretty funny.
Prog, Bob, see you later then.
What you doing, Scoop?
I couldn't resist doing that. And Lofty trying to find his way over to the farm on his own while counting any stock taking to himself was honestly cute in my opinion.
3 and 3 are 6, and another 3 is 19. Is that right?
Aw. This is why Lofty is the precious cinnamon roll that should be protected at all costs. Anyways, yeah, this episode was certainly a fun one. In conclusion, Scoop Has Some Fun was a very great episode that I feel like didn't get that much appreciation compared to Scoop's other lead role episode in Season 3. He showcased how he can have fun, but be sensible when enough is enough. Spud was just as entertaining as ever while also delivering on some creative pranks. I feel bad for Lofty, but the crash was also creative to say the least, and the episode was overall a great time. I give this episode a 10 out of 10. I really wanted to give my personal favorite Scoop episode justice, and how this one and Scoop's other lead role episode in the 3rd season are both great on representing the character's quirks and his personality. At some point later down the line, I'll review Scoop's In Charge when I get the chance. Anyways, I hope you all enjoyed the review. Press the like button and comment down below your thoughts on the episode. I made this decision to review a Scoop episode in order to apologize to him for bashing him so hard in my past reviews. One had me show conflicting feelings while the other completely deserved to be hated on. The next episode review will be announced the next time when I am in the mood to do another one. Maybe I'll do a review on one of the Wendy-centered episodes next, but we'll see. So with that said, this is Heart Cloud Productions, and I'll see you all later!